I'm sure you've heard that snake plants love low light, and that's a lie. As a botanist, I'm way more interested in you maintaining your plants than you just buying plants every week because you kill them. And the whole living in low light is just a complete lie. Whenever people recommend you to grow snake plants in low light conditions, they also love to tell you that they're slow growers. But they're not. They're just slow dyers. When they're not getting the light that they want, most snake plants are going to lose their variegation. They're more prone to root rot because they grow from underground rhizomes that store a lot of water. They like to dry out quick, and whenever they're in a dark space, they really can't dry out because their leaves can't transpire any of the water. So apparently we're supposed to be growing this in full sun or bright light, and it will use its water quicker, so we might have to water a little bit more, but if you're lucky, it'll bloom for you. And I bet you've never seen that.
3 pet-friendly houseplants. Money tree. Ponytail palm. Spider plant. Find these plants and more on our website, link in bio.
Signs you may be underwatering your plants. I do have examples, but please don't judge. I've been moving and very stressed. Completely crunchy leaves. And if the leaves are curling in on themselves like this, it means it needs more water and or humidity. A very droopy plant. This does not normally look like this. Yellowed leaves are tough because it can mean both overwatered and underwatered. But if it's paired with the droopy leaves and the crunchy edges, then that's a pretty good indicator. If your plant feels insanely light and comes out of the pot altogether with literally no effort, then you should probably water it too. And if your plant is doing every single one of those things, I'll show you in my next video what I do to try to save it.
Do you ever have a trailing plant that looks like this and you have no idea what to do? Well, I've got a solution for you, baby. We are going to stake this Adansonii up using a technique that I call pyramid staking. You will need 3 garden stakes of equal height. The taller the better. Some wire to bind the stakes together, your handy dandy Velcro straps, and a pair of scissors. Take 1 stake and place it at the edge of the pot like this. Take your 2nd and 3rd stake and do the same, making sure that all 3 stakes are equally spaced apart. Your goal is to create a triangle at the base. Join the 3 stakes together and bind it with the wire. Your pyramid is now complete. Take the Velcro straps and secure the vines up the pyramid trellis. Longer vines can wrap around the trellis and be secured. Take your time, guys, have fun with it, and in no time you'll have a badass bitch like this. Oh,
one of a kind.
So a lot of people will recommend a snake plant or a ZZ plant if you're new to houseplants, and those are good beginner plants, but they also grow slower than molasses. So here are 6 fast-growing houseplants for beginners.
Number 1, Trades Scantias. They're super fast, easy to propagate. This is the Sabrina.
And this is a Nanook. Number 2, lipstick plant. These are far superior to pothos for trailing plants. Look at those vines. Number 3, elephant ears. Just remember they have a dormant period in winter, but in the growing season, they pop out new growth faster than anything. Number 4, string of hearts. Treat it like a succulent. Water it never, tons of light, super fast grower. 5, Monstera deliciosa. Mine is huge, but it got that way because it grows so fast. 6, Monstera adansonii. Give it something to climb, you will be disappointed. If you guys have other suggestions for fast-growing houseplants, leave them in the comments. Thanks!
You guys want the good deals that you can go out and find, so let's go over some. Keep in mind that prices differ with location. I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We'll start with the only one that I ordered online out of these. This is the Variegated Strawberry Begonia. Here's what it can look like. It's technically not a begonia, but it's easier to say than Saxifraga, Stolonifera variegata, which I probably said wrong. This little guy was $18. I've kept this plant alive long enough to actually recommend it. This is the Stromanthe Magic Star. I love everything about this plant, the top, the bottom. I don't give it any extra humidity, and it was 20 bucks. In my opinion, one should always be on the lookout for a good deal on a snake plant. I found this at a grocery store for only $10. This gorgeous plant is a Dieffenbachia camouflage. I had one of these recently and my cat wouldn't stop using it as a litter box, so it died and I liked it so much that I got a new one. This was $15 and oh my gosh, come on. If you guys didn't know already, I'm now a Syngonium slut, and this is one of many Syngonium confettis that I've gotten. I can't help myself, it's a great dupe for the milk confetti and it was only $10. And last, if you're looking for an easy care therapeutic plant, this like felted peperomia, I am obsessed. It's so cute and the undersides of the leaves are so fuzzy. This guy was $18. Let me know if you have any of these or if you're convinced on any, and have a good day.
This is my vanilla orchid, and yes, this is where the flavor comes from. Compared to other orchids, these orchids are terrestrial, so they actually like to be planted in soil versus some of the epiphytic ones. Unfortunately, to be happy enough to bloom and produce vanilla bean pods, this baby's gotta be 20 feet long. While it's not super difficult to get these orchids to flower, these blossoms only have a 2 to 4 hour viability window. Serious enthusiasts sometimes have to set their alarm for 2 or 3 in the morning just to wake up to pollinate these flowers as they open. Otherwise, when you wake up, well, they could be gone. These terrestrial orchids prefer a medium, chunky, well-draining mix. Otherwise, you'll rot them. Make sure they dry out completely. You should try to up the humidity. Just give it medium bright light and you'll be fine.
All right, here's the quiz. Is this variegation? What about this? Or this? Or this? The answer is no. It's actually just been overwatered. You can tell that this is the case because underneath the leaf, you can see spots that are darker and they're actually a little more translucent. This happens because the cells are trying to store all of that excess water and it takes up pretty much all of the room of the cell. This can cause changes in the appearance of the leaves, almost making them look variegated. So if you see a leaf that might look variegated, always just check the bottom to make sure it looks normal.
Philodendron Mechans, or Mechans, or however you want to say it, is one of the easiest velvet leaves to grow. Now, I don't want you to be discouraged by the velvet on leaves. In fact, these aroids are just as easy to grow as the other heartleaf philodendron, Philodendron hederaceum. In fact, these are actually the exact same plant as Philodendron hederaceum. Mechans isn't a species name. Not so long ago, when this mutation first appeared in cultivation, nurseries all decided to be a little bit deceptive. Cultivars aren't worth as much as a new species, so collectively, it was decided that Philodendron hederaceum velvet leaf variety would start going by the name Philodendron scandens, or Philodendron mechans. While the care tends to be the exact same as the heartleaf philodendron, let it dry out between watering, I recommend giving your Philodendron mechans a lot more light so that the new growth emerges bronze and the rest blushes red.
Have you ever had to pass up a cute planter because it doesn't have drainage holes? I'll show you how to make them. It's really easy. You'll need a power drill, some water, and the right drill bit. For terracotta and ceramic, a lot of people use these glass and tile drill bits, and that's okay. They just take forever and you don't have many options for hole sizes. I use diamond tipped hole saw bits. They're a lot faster and they come in a larger variety of sizes. I got my set from Amazon. Okay, now that we have the right drill bit, let's lock it in and pour water on the surface of the pot. The water keeps your drill bit cool and prevents it from overheating. You'll want to come in at an angle to create a groove in the ceramic. Once you've created the groove, you're going to slowly move your drill perpendicular to the pot. If you skip this step and come in perpendicular first, your drill's going to slide everywhere, making it more difficult to create your hole. Now add water as needed and continue drilling. And remember, gentle pressure only. Let the drill do the work. You don't want to be pushing down so hard that when you finally break through, you either injure yourself or you break your pot. And we're done. Once you get the hang of it, the process should take you less than 5 minutes. Quick tip, if you want an exact hole in the center, just mark it before you start drilling. And if you have any tips, share the love and write them in the comment section. Bye!